Smileys Plastering, providing award-winning plastering and rendering services for over 25 years. I will handle everything from a small repair to a whole commercial building inside and out. Get a free quote day or night and every job gets a Smileys touch. Give us a call on 0417 730 926 or visit the website smileysplastering.com.au.
Sav, welcome back to Brisbane. What are you doing here?
Yeah, it's good to be back in Brisbane and in my home that I used to live in specifically with my old housemate Ollie Crane. So I'm back here for a couple of days for the lead up of the 21s Nationals in Sydney. So we're training with the team, we had a practice game last night, and yeah, it's good to get to know all the girls that are in the 21s team.
You also had a little bit of a training session with some girls for short corners?
Yeah, so Renee, Taylor and myself have specialist skills that we do on penalty corners, so I inject and Renee drag flicks. And so we thought that we were home for the couple of days, so we'd run a little clinic on the Monday, which we did. So we had like around 20 kids come down and yeah, we went through like the techniques and stuff for those skills. That was really cool.
Is coaching a bit of a passion, giving back?
Yeah, well I'm currently studying primary teaching, so I just like love kids and love coaching, and yeah, well, it's really nice to be able to give back from where I came from, yeah.
And how's the session gone today?
Yeah, really, really good. There were some really, really good injectors, and so we went through like the stationary push out, which most of the girls had done, and so none of them had really done like the walk-through technique, so I went through that, and that was kind of exciting for them because that's something that the Hockeyroos do. And yeah, the main points were probably trying to pick the ball up with flow when you're doing the walk-through position, so trying to get the ball right in the hook every single time.
Well, I guess you've got the glory position with the Hockeyroos up front there, so tell us about your first few games with the Hockeyroos and your first goal.
Yeah, so my first ever game for the Hockeyroos was super nerve-wracking. I think I was holding my stick the wrong way. But you know, it was really good. Like the striker girls are a really good group. They were really welcoming, really, really helpful. So first few were really, really nervous, and then just last week I played my 5th game, I think, and I was lucky enough to score. I scored like a backstick goal, so it was a field goal, which was good. And yeah, that was really, really exciting to finally do that.
But not scoring goals as a forward, what sort of pressure is that?
I think it's a lot like it builds every time you play and then you don't score. The pressure just builds and builds. But yeah, it was just like, I think the most important thing is to actually make the trap in the circle, and that then puts the pressure on the defender. So that was good, like I made the trap and then yeah, just got the shot away. So yeah. Talking
about the first touch, what do you think is the most important thing for a striker?
Yeah, I think probably that, and if we're talking about a striker in the circle, it's A, making the trap, and then B, knowing where the space is to then do what with the ball. Yeah.
Probably one of those things that people don't see when they're watching the hockey is the running off of the ball that you actually do.
Yeah, definitely, and especially with the Hockeyroos, like playing striker, most of our game plan is based around our press. So there's a lot of unrewarded running that the strikers do, and like pressing really hard to put our opposition defence under heaps and heaps of pressure. Yeah, so that's really tough.
Separated from Maddie, is that unusual? How close are you both?
Yeah, we're really, really close, so it's like 18 months between us, and we live together in Perth, so we see each other a lot. Yeah, I'm separated from her, so it's tough, but I'll be fine. We're going to really miss her this year in the 21s team, I think.
You and Maddie both getting into hockey together as kids, or who led and who's the better player?
Yeah, so I think we both got into it at a pretty young age. Mum and Dad kind of pushed us into it. I obviously started playing first because I was a bit older, and she just kind of more wanted to use the hockey stick as like a gun to shoot birds and stuff when we were playing like under 7s and stuff like that. Yeah, we kind of play different positions, so tough question to answer as to who's better. She probably thinks she is, so I'll give her that one.
I mean, you've both moved to Perth together, you've played together for so long. Is it getting to that point where it's hard for you to play as an individual and see your individual career?
No, like I don't think I'll find it hard, but obviously it's like there's not a lot of people or girls out there that are able to go out and take the field with their sister for like Queensland or Australia, so that's obviously like really, really special. Yeah, and just playing with her is really, really cool. We are inseparable, but I think, yeah, on the field I'm sure I'll be able to pursue my own career if she's not there.
So Sav, you were brought up on the border. Has there been times where you've been playing for New South Wales, and then what ended up bringing you to Brisbane?
Yep, so we played in the Tweed Border competition because it's closer to Brisbane than Sydney. But then going to school in New South Wales, I then played all my school hockey for New South Wales, so schoolgirls for New South Wales. Yeah, and then was selected to be in the QAS squad, so had to then make the move to Brisbane because it was a lot closer than going to Sydney to be in the NSWIS squad.
So why Kedron?
Well, when I moved to Brisbane, most of my closer friends played for Kedron, so my best friend Maddie James plays there. The coach Nikki Taylor is like an ex-Scorcher and like really, really great coach. So yeah, she got in contact with me, and then yeah, I played for Kedron. It was really, really fun.
So going the next step, tell us about the experience of moving to Perth.
Yeah, so it was pretty tough because it's a really long way away. So my younger sister Maddie was selected to be on an AIS scholarship. So she was always going to go over. And then I was selected in the development squad, the Hockeyroos development squad. So I had a couple of meetings and conversations with the head coach, Adam Commons, and he sort of advised that if I was to move over, I'd be able to train with the Hockeyroos group like 3 to 4 times a week. And for me, I took that as a really great opportunity. And yeah, so I moved and I now live with Maddie in Perth. So yeah.
So tell us about the financial situation of how that happens, and how long can you sustain that?
Yeah, probably not much longer. So I'm hoping to get on some kind of scholarship in the next couple of years because, yeah, it's quite tough also studying uni full-time. I do a lot of coaching, so I'm at a really good hockey club, Reds Hockey Club, and there's heaps of coaching on like 3 times a week down there. Yeah, and my parents are like super helpful and they help out a lot financial-wise. But yeah, probably not a whole lot longer, so I'm hoping to try and get a scholarship at the end of the year or next year, post-Olympics.
Could you juggle a job as well?
Yeah, definitely. So I do like a little bit of part-time work for a family friend, just like admin work. It's really flexible hours, so yeah, that really works for me in and around training and uni.
Okay, Sav, quick question time. What's the best thing about Perth?
Probably the beaches, so they're really, really beautiful over there.
Who's your best mate?
I've got a couple over in Perth, probably Maddie Ratcliffe.
And here in Brisbane?
Maddie James, just love the name Maddie.
What's your worst nightmare?
Probably Oliver Crane getting a girlfriend that I just don't approve of.
What's the worst thing about training?
The 2-lap warm-up that you have to do. Sucks.
State of origin, New South Wales or Queensland?
I live on the border, so whoever's winning.
Favourite music?
Shannon Knoll.
How do you get the guys to do all this housework?
Oh, they just love me, so they just would do anything for me, really. Yeah.
How good are you at surfing?
Yeah, pretty great. I spent a lot of time in the green room, so fairly good. Not pro yet, but yeah.
Compared to the rest of the family, how good are you at surfing?
Yeah, not great. The family's really, really good. Dad is the king, and my little brother and sister love it, so yeah, not as good as them.
What's your favourite food?
Probably chocolate, if that's a food.
What's the one thing you really miss the most?
Probably my family, so my little sister. I'm really close with her, so I miss her heaps.
Sav, I've seen a picture on Facebook that would imply you really quite like housework. Is that right?
Yes, I think my mother and father would think differently. But yeah, no, I love housework. I'm pretty much a domestic goddess. I do all the work in Perth, so I live with Maddie. And yeah, pretty much I'm just like the housemaid. I cook and clean for her and stuff, and the house is always really clean. My bedroom included, always really, really clean. I think like I've just got OCD really.
What's your pet hate?
Really bad drivers, so ones that just can't merge.
What's your biggest goal?
I'd like to one day play in Olympic Games or Com Games. That's the dream.
What's the one place in the world you love to visit?
I went to the Maldives last year, so I'd really love to go back there. It's a favourite place.
And what's one thing about Sav Fitzpatrick that most people wouldn't know?
Probably that I have 2 different coloured eyes. So unless, yeah, you've been close to me or talking to me, you probably wouldn't know that I've got 2 different coloured eyes. So one's blue and one's brown.
How does that come about?
Not really sure. I was born with 2 blue eyes, and then at the age of 2 or 3, I think one just turned brown. So that was pretty scary for Mum and Dad. They were kind of like, what's going on? But yeah, no, went to the doctor, and yeah, I'm healthy and I'm still kicking, so yeah.
I'm picking Maddie hasn't got the other one black.
No, yeah, she's just got the 2 brown, yeah.
Well, good. Sav, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time.
Sure, thank you.